Hey guys, what's up? This is ScherBR talking. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be about the new event that belongs to the skill banner. It's called Classes Begin on Marquis State University. Well, we're talking about the characters on my past videos, so I won't be talking about them too much here, just when needed. And you can see this event is very similar to the past ones. We have 3 difficulties, we have 10 stages, and we also have the 3 times drops for stages number 5 and stages number 10. You can do that 3 times in a day, so that helps a lot when you're trying to farm some of the items. Yeah, this time you don't have any accessory or equipment or armor in any of the stages as a drop, so you should just farm the best stage that kind of fits your gameplay. Before we talk about the stages, let's just give a look on the action shop, because that's kind of depends on what you want to get on this event. You see that we have Platinum Summon ticket to farm again. That's amazing. 20. You get 20 Platinum Summon tickets. That equals 4 summons with 3 of this currency here. This currency here is a special currency that will only drop if you use some of the featured characters. Let's just click here on the tails. They explain a little better. You see, it's called Good Job Stickers. And you have certain characters, just the featured characters, but they do not need to be the featured styles. Just bring any UND in here. You don't need to bring 5 characters, only bring 1 if you want, and it will already trigger the chance to drop this item. That's important because you see, we can get, let's click this, and not only these Platinum Summon tickets, but also a new equipment that's exclusive to this event. It's called Circlet. You need to get 5 of this special currency to get this equipment, and it's actually a very good equipment for mages. It increases dexterity, intelligence, love, will and Sha as well. I think that's a very good one for maybe White Rose because it increases love as well. The teacher Yundin that you can summon on this banner, and they also get a little more resistance for blunt. That's amazing. All helmets increases blunt resistance, and you see these 2 items are the most important. And then we don't have so many things to get from this event when compared to some others. After you farmed your special items, you should just focus on getting the exclusive free character called S. Prince Thomas, and that should be a very good character for use in the future because of his AoE spam utility. He can AoE spam rapid volley for the whole fight if you are using him to farm stages, and you have to awaken this. That's the bad part. You only need to awaken it once because you can only awaken it once, so that equals 15 BP on a fight. We get 16 on a fight if we just finish all enemies on the first wave, on the first turn, and that makes him for a very good character. Unfortunately, he doesn't have SS style in the future, so well, that's it. He will be locked here on S style and will be useful for farming if we need a character that can produce pierce damage. I think it's good to invest on him. Not only that, it's very easy to invest on your Thomas because there's a lot of missions that will give you shards or puzzle pieces for him, so you can get him at least to level 43 or 44. That's what we always get. Let's just click here on missions. So again, we have some missions for this event. It's called Classes Begin at NU, and the first one is just to do 10 daily classes. Well, we have to play 10 times in a day to get this. I don't think we need so many drops. We don't need to farm too much on this event. And this other one is more related to the style pieces that you can get for Thomas. And you see, we have to get 15,000 good job stickers to get everything. And we also have to get Thomas to our squad so we can get the other generic style pieces. I think it's good because we always need this. We also have Tatiana on this banner. That's a very good character, and if you want, you can just farm those generic style pieces to help her reach her max potential. I already used all of my blank silver pieces on her, just want to get her max as soon as possible. You see that you just have to do that. You just have to farm 15,000 and then just get Thomas to your squad, and you will be done with all the achievements here. Okay, so let me close and get back to the event. Like I said, at this event there's no many things for you to farm. I don't know if they adjusted it or if it was just like that on the Japanese version. I think we can clear this on 2 days if we focus on farming. And after those items, and after you got your Brainstormers, you can get your instant expedition tickets, but I don't think this is so important. If you are casual, you can simply skip this because the game gives lots of instant expedition tickets for free. You don't really need this. The armor is not so costly, it's easy to get. And then we have the purple gem. The purple gem is very important because it's a item that's used for awakenings. And then we have the pieces for Tatiana. This is the one that you can summon for, but if you don't summon for her, these pieces are not needed. A Mariah can be farmed just by purchasing. Oh no, let's see. No. They changed it. So you get 5 pieces and you can purchase only 5 times. That means that only 25 pieces of A Mariah. Yeah, we cannot get this character this time. So this is only used to increase her style level if you already summoned it for on this banner. And there's also some pieces for S Mariah, the other style for Mariah, because the A style is not so good. It's actually very bad. S Mariah is still useful for those that don't have many options, I guess, but well, you can see that you can even skip farming all this stuff because it's very situational and mostly important for those that are summoning on this banner. I said that it's a very good banner to summon for because of SS Undine, but it's also, we have Volcano. Volcano is not so good. So it's usually easier to summon on banners that have 2 very good units. This time we only have Undine, but we also have Tatiana that's amazing. Maybe that's the reason now for you to summon. I don't know. Only summon if you don't have Platinum Rock Bouquet or maybe White Rose. If you don't have these 2 units, you should pull for Undine. If you have one of those, you have to think about if it's if you have the gems to go for a pity, because well, if you fail to get her before reaching the max 15 pulls, then you will just be summoned for nothing. Okay, so you see, now we have to talk about how to farm here. This event is like the best ones where we have a chance of getting a lucky drop, and because of that, you don't really have to farm very hard. You can farm some other stages. You can choose to focus on hard instead of very hard. It really depends on how you play and if you want speed or if you want more status. Because in hard you barely have any status gains if your characters are already developed. You see that right now my characters barely get anything. My Undine is very far from maxed. She only has 550 HP and she doesn't get anything from this stage. But, well, we need to talk about speed, because sometimes people prefer to finish the event as fast as possible, some will prefer to get this more status route. So let's talk about these 2 stages. I think the best places to farm are stage number 3 and stage number 4, on hard and on very hard, and I'll explain why. Probably if you summon it for White Rose, you will want to farm stage number, let's see here, stage number 3, because the enemies are all weak against Sun. So if you have White Rose, or if you have Kongmin, or if you have Blue, those characters are able to do very good damage with Sun. Princess White Rose can also do the same, and Chocolate Ball will be amazing here. So let's just do a run here so you can understand. I am using a strategy that increases her agility as well. It's Dragon's Dance with her as a lead, so it's very likely that she will be the one using a magic. My Undine is also sometimes attacking first. But if you want speed, this is the best stage to farm. All of these enemies will be weak to Sun. He will die with a single attack. You just have to bring a maxed S weapon, of course, that's needed. So just farming this stage here will be very nice, and you can also bring 4 featured characters if you summon it for. Undine doesn't even do anything here. It's just for speed. If you want the speed farming, this is the best place. There's the other way, that is using Undine instead of White Rose. That is another stage, not this one. Because this one, the enemies are actually resistant to cold. We go to stage number 4, and then we will have to change the lead. Let's click on change formation, then we change the lead. Now it's Undine that's leading. So this stage here will be better, because the enemies are weak to cold. They will die fast. But in order to do so, you have to change some stuff about Undine. Well, you have Ice Javelins. but we'll have to bring Squall as well and Awaken Aqua Viper. I have a video explaining a little better this how you do that, but it's the only way for you to do this on auto, because she will try to use Squall instead of Aqua Viper, or maybe just use Aqua Viper, but Aqua Viper won't be able to kill all enemies. Let's start this battle. See, let me turn off full auto so you can understand. Aqua Viper does not hit all enemies, so if you don't bring Squall and Awaken Aqua Viper, she will not be able to hit all enemies. So let's click on full auto, because when we have two skills with the same BP cost, she will choose the AoE instead of the other one. See? Let's just click on full auto and you will see. My White Rose still has very high agility. You see, Squall kills the enemies. Let's see if he kills this one as well. That is only if I get her to attack first. Yeah, you see, they kill it. Depends on the agility of your other characters, because sometimes they may be too fast. And there's also this problem where sometimes she will not be able to kill all the 3 waves with the first skill, because she can't get BP increase on the first turn. That means that she will use Squall 2 times, and if she uses Squall 2 times, she will not have enough BP to use Ice Javelin. So it depends very much on how she performs. Because of her passive can get some BP, and when you get BP, the auto, you try to use the high cost spell available. So that's it. Well, but if you want to get some status, you should be farming stages number 4 and 3 as well, but on very hard. You see that we can start by either doing stage number 3 or 4. Actually, I think the stage number 3 is a little less risky. Let's try to change the formation. Let's place White Rose in the front lines. You don't need to use White Rose, you can use any other mage that produces sun damage. Okay, and then let's just see how it goes. This farming is better for me, at least, because I can still get some status with the featured characters, at least HP, if some of them are way too strong. So this one, you just get your White Rose to the front lines, but it may fail sometimes. You see, the enemies may attack you with lots of damage. Depends on the AoE. Well, sometimes you may want to bring a healing spell which you are using instead of Squall, because by that she will heal if something doesn't really work as planned. And then she will be changing between White Rose healing, and because White Rose really has to do damage here instead of healing. But even if someone dies, everything still works as planned and I can finish the stage. The problem is just the amount of time that it needs to clear. So I think it's okay already. I won't be running the stage to the end because the video will get too long. I'm just explaining the best stages that you can farm. So the last thing is how you clear the latest stage, because it can be very hard actually. The problem is that the capped status for the stage is just the same as always, as the Lurking Shadow. You can only get 45 on status and 710 HP. That means that it's a very bad stage to farm. You can see here, my characters cannot gain anything. And Monica has 730, and my Genie has 724. She cannot even get HP. So forget about farming the stage, clear it only once. And well, let's just try to defeat this. I will be explaining my strategy here. Okay, so this is my squad. You see, I have Azami, Cat, Genie as front damage dealers, and then Princess White, Rose, and Sophia as damage and also healing. You can see that we have Speculation to boost the damage of my 3 frontal units. Azami is the leader, so she will do even more damage than the other ones, but every character here will do some good damage. Okay, so let's try this strategy here. Click on Battle Start. And using this strategy is actually very well calculated. We have these 3 enemies on the front. Let's check them. You see that they are actually weak against stun. So we can use our spells with Sophia and White Rose to deal lots of damage. And with our 3 frontal characters, we should just use normal attacks. Yeah, let's just focus on a single enemy first, and then we'll be using Chocolate Ball and Light Ball with Sophia. Let's see. Barrel Pounce can kill some of your characters, but it's like their most strong skill. White Rose missed it. That was strange. Okay, so you can either just normal attack again, and I can already start healing because my Genie have low HP. If I do that, I would just have to use Chocolate Ball now, and maybe Healing Light. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, so this turn, we'll only be using normal attacks. Yeah, let's use normal attacks. Yeah. And now you see there's only one enemy. This enemy can attack twice, actually. And he is weak to blunt. So even better that we bring 3 characters that can do blunt damage. The other thing is that he's also weak against Sun. So all sources of damage will be good here. He's also weak to stun. I don't have stun. Yeah, I don't have stun. So if I had it, would be good. But let's just do normal attacks. Remember, we are saving RBP. We could just at least do a first submission if we want to. But I don't think we need. Let's just do normal attacks. Normal attack, and normal attack. And then here we can heal back a little. Or Sophia is in need of healing. So let's use Ray of Hope on Sophia. And normal attack. And then Sophia is dead. But no problem. No problem. Okay, I think we will be able to defeat this enemy on this turn. So, even if we don't, one of the very good things that we did here was to save VP, not only just VP, we are getting close to overdrive. Our cat is already on overdrive, and Azami will get an overdrive on the next action. Genie, I'm not so sure. It's best if we can get all these characters to overdrive, but the healers are a little different to get. Okay, the enemy is dead. And now we get to the point of the boss. And the problem is that you see, this boss stage has 5 enemies. We have the boss called Death Master, and he's weak to Blunt. That's why I'm bringing Blunt. And also Sun. This squad is amazing for this fight. And this boss can actually be stunned if you have some characters that can reduce either will or the stun resistance of the enemy. But I'm not taking my chances. I will just be using some overdrive with my damage dealers. I will just use Punishing Palm. You see, although the boss is weak to blunt damage, these other enemies are not. This ghost here is actually resistant against blunt damage, 50%. Not only 50 points of resistance. And then we just have to then use Punishing Palm. And Genie has Seismic Strike, that's just like Punishing Palm. And with our healers, we will be using Chocolate Ball. You see, that's strong against all the enemies. And Light Ball. Yeah, let's hope we can defeat all these other enemies on the first turn. I believe these 3 attacks will be enough. The frontal enemies didn't die. Yet. Now they are dead. You see, this is a very good strategy. And then we can start dealing damage with like when you, or we can use submission. Let's just check this boss, and you'll see that he actually uses only spells. So using submission here doesn't help you at all. So now it's time to start dealing damage with Guan Yu. And then I'll use Stomp with my cat. See? I have this Awakened. And I can also use Aqua Luna. Can reduce the will. That's interesting. Okay, and then my characters have very high HP. Let's just use Chocolate Ball. And then Light Ball. Well, you see, bringing 3 bland damage dealers to the front lines can be a very good experience. But if you don't have these characters that I have, you can bring others. You can bring even the White Day Will. White Day Will, it's an amazing damage dealer. Tatiana is a very good character, but she doesn't really bring all the damage. Tatiana from this event. You can use Alkaiser. Alkaiser is also a very good character to use on this type of situation. Terry can be used here as well because he learns submission. He also has Guan Yu. He can also deal very high damage against the enemies. So, guys, I think this is it. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe if you still haven't. And we see each other on the next one. Bye.